morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, வந்துட்டாரு. Start பண்ணிடலாம், sir.
Okay, start பண்ணலாம்.
So let's start today's session. Happy morning and warm welcome to all. Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Danno Rudra Prachodayat. Monday prayer. I pray to the mightiest of gods, bless me with the intellect and enlighten me with knowledge. Monday always gives us an opportunity for fresh start. With the fresh mind, we start the third day of the 5 days International FDP on progress in CS and its applications. On behalf of School of Computing Sciences, Vistas, I welcome all the HODs, deans, directors, faculty members, and management members, especially Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Controller of Examination, registers for this FDP program. And I also welcome the faculty members and research scholars from other institutions who have joined for this FDP. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. A word by Benjamin Franklin. So in this learning journey, we have dedicated these 5 days to fill our minds with latest concepts of computer science and its applications. So today, to enlighten our knowledge, we have 2 technical sessions. The first session is handled by Dr. T. Russo, Associate Consultant, Wipro, Chennai. So he is going to present about Spring Boot application development. And the second session is handled by Dr. T. Velmurugan, Professor, DG Vaishnav College, Chennai. He is going to discuss about research, publication, and ethics. On behalf of School of Computing Sciences, Vistas, I welcome our chief guest, Dr. T. Russo. Let me brief about our chief guest. T. Russo, MSc, ME, PhD, Associate Consultant, Wipro, Chennai, received his doctorate degree from Anna University, Guindy in the year 2015. He is having very vast experience both in the teaching as well as in the research. During his research, he developed the prototype design of knowledge network to connect all institutions across India. It connects different institutions throughout India. And he has presented papers in the national conference, international conferences, and he published papers in national journal and international journal also. And he also organized international conference. During his research in Malaysia also. So during his period of teaching experience, when he took DCN paper, he identified 25 sub-problems and implemented the same in Java. So we are very happy to have Dr. T. Russo for this FDP program. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, sir. So you can take over the session, sir.
Okay. So good morning, faculties, students. It's a great pleasure to be the part of this great event. I would like to thank the management of Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies. Also, I would like to thank the Department of School of Computing Sciences, HOD, Dean, Directors, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, faculties and students. So today's topic is Spring Boot applications. I hear that many research scholars are here. So those who are doing some computing related topics, areas, you can use Spring Boot applications. Students, you can use Spring Boot for developing the websites. First, I will share my PPT. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Spring Boot applications and its implementations. There are multiple ways you can implement Spring Boot. What is Spring Boot? Why it is required? So before move on to my topic, I'll just read out my poem. Writing program is our job. Checking condition is our goal. Testing code is our primary. Making platform is our profession. Cleaning memory is our practice. Showing demonstration on time. Chatting with program is our hobby. Speaking with logic is our passion. Playing with for loop is our need. Optimization is our objective. Living as a programmer. Definitely, these lines motivates to become a programmer. Okay, so my topic is Spring Boot. There are variety of applications, softwares we have used to develop websites. So many of you are aware of that. The PHP. PHP is a JavaScript scripting language is used to develop a website. So usually what you will do using the PHP, you need one server. Without server, you cannot run the websites. So either Apache or Tomcat you will download, and you will install it in your machines. For example, the all-in-one software is ready, is there. WAMP, that's a famous one. Everybody aware of that. W for Windows, A for Apache, M for MySQL, P for PHP. So using Apache server, you can host the website. Similarly, LAMP, XAMPP. So what you'll do, you'll write PHP code along with HTML design, and you will put it in one folder, the var www.html. In that folder, you will put all the files, and whatever the required jar files should be downloaded and put it in some path, and you will run your applications. So what is the difficulty you are facing in the PHP related application? The maintenance, the jar file maintenance, it's very difficult. Suppose I want to work with the spreadsheet, Excel sheet. I have to download the Excel supported jar files. Then I have to put it in class path. I have to set a class path. Similarly, Java application, core Java applications also. If you are connecting with the MySQL database, manually you have to download the jar files and you put it in the class path. So to avoid that, Spring Boot applications comes into the picture. So there are a lot of advantages. Production ready applications. Performance wise, it's very fast. And the Maven, the combination of tools is used to implement this kind of applications. Maven is the tool. It's a compiler tool. It organizes all the jar files. So while you creating the application itself, you can select whatever the jar files are required. From the UI itself, you can select. If you want MySQL jar file, you can select. Excel jar file, select. You don't need to download from the web server. So by simply selecting the jar files, so the setup will be done by Maven tool, Maven compiler. Okay, so the IDE is being used, Eclipse IDE or Spring Tool Suite IDE, STS IDE. In that IDE, Maven will organize all the jar files and it automatically set a class path. And apart from this, the other things, the Spring Boot is advancement of Spring framework, Spring MVC framework. A lot of boilerplates code, for example, getter setter, setting the value in the method, getting the value in the method. If you are using 3 or 4 parameters, then it's easy for setting and getting. If you are using 1000 parameters in one constructor or class, it's very difficult to write the getter setter method. That's what boilerplate codes. It will remove the boilerplate codes. Automatically, there are some annotations to include remove the boilerplate codes. And the main advantage is the automatic server. Automatic server means embedded server. The Apache servers are embedded in the tool itself, the ID itself. So usually in PHP we have to download Apache or WAMP we have to download. Here many servers can be created. Okay. Many servers can be created, and embedded servers are there. You can replace any servers anytime. Okay, so this is what the introduction about the why we are going for the Spring Boot applications. So the REST API created by Spring Boot, and the REST API will communicate with different sources. Okay. So in this lecture, we will see how to connect with the MongoDB database. So here the rest controller. Usually the application is divided into 4 layers. Controller layer will take care of the request and response, and the customer business, that's a model class. Okay, so in which object we are passing from front end to back end database. And apart from controller, service layer, repository layer, model layer. Okay. Service layer is having the logic, business logic, and model layer will have the template of the object. Repository layer is used to connect with the database. Okay. First, we will see how to create a Spring Boot starter project. Then POM file. What is POM file? So this is important file in Spring Boot. Application.properties file, Pojo file, repository file, service file, controller file. Okay. Anyway, I'll just read out the advantage and importance of Spring Boot. Is used to create standalone Spring Boot applications. Embedded Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow servers are there. It supports Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow. No need to deploy WAR files. Provide optionated starter dependencies. There are a lot of starter dependencies to simplify your build configuration. Automatically configure Spring and third-party libraries. First, I will show the IDE. From here, you can create a project. This is the Spring Toolsuite IDE. You can download from internet. Spring Toolsuite. This is the link you can download Spring Toolsuite. I just want to share the link. There's no download. And after downloading, you can create a project file linked. Okay, the URL which is linked is https://start.spring.io. The name of the project is Wales. Suppose I'm going to create the website for students, Wales students. Then I will use the Wales. The group is com.example. Java version is 8. Okay. The type is Maven. Gradle, that is another compiler, but I am using Maven. Okay. Packaging is the jar file, and language is Java. Java 1.8 is being supported to create the Spring Boot applications. Because a lot of features introduced in Java selected. Okay. See here, the bottom left, right, import getting started content 26%. It will connect with the internet, and it will prepare the jar files. It will be downloaded the jar files from the internet, and it will prepare for the setup. Okay, once this is reached into 100%, then project is ready. We can write the program. Okay, just 2 minutes watch, then we'll continue. Now it's 63%. Now it's 63%. Okay, so before it reaches to 100%, I'll just introduce the features of Java 1.8. Okay, if I talk about Java 1.8, lot of features, functional interfaces. Uh, what is functional interfaces? It has only one abstract method and can have multiple number of default and static methods. Okay. It used to build the functional interfaces. There are a lot of functional interface, predefined functional interfaces, and here I have given some. Okay, see here, tree map is used to sort the object. If you put the numbers inside the tree map, then automatically it will be sorted. There is no need to write any code. So if you put any elements inside the tree map, it will automatically sort. This is the hash map. And if you talk about uh, the objects, the one line, the comparator dot comparing e dot first name. So one line is used to sort the objects. Sorting the objects. Sorting the objects is very difficult. Okay. So, but here there are methods are available. Java 1.8 is providing the such kind of facilities for sorting, searching. A lot of facilities are available, filtering available. That's why we are going for the Java 1.8. Let's see our IDE. It reaches 66% only. So what it do? It will connect with the internet and it will download the required jar file and it will prepare the structure, Maven structure. See here, for example, I have a lot of projects in my IDE. So this is the Maven structure. Our project also structure will be created. Maven structure will be created. After that, we can start inside. You have to create one package. In that package, you have to create a class, and then you can start your applications program. Okay, and the resources. What are the important setup files? Setup files will be there in the resource folder. Okay, so the application properties file is very important. I said two files are very important. One is the POM file, and another one is the application.properties file. So if you see the POM file, see here, dependencies. The dependencies also call it as the jar files. Dependencies or call it as the jar files. Okay. So I think now our project is ready. We'll see where it is created. Our project name is Wales. Yeah, Wales Spring Boot project is created. Just open it. The structure is ready, right? Structure is ready. Okay. So in yes, I'm showing the pom.xml. Just see the pom.xml. How many dependencies are here? Spring Boot, starter, data, MongoDB, MongoDB dependency, Spring Web dependency, we have selected only two dependencies, Spring Web and MongoDB. Just a minute. Okay. So data MongoDB is used to connect with the MongoDB database. Starter Web is connect with the Apache server. Okay. So this is the POM file. The next one is the application.properties file. I'll show my application.properties file, newly created application.properties file doesn't have anything. It's empty. We have to write some application.properties. I'll open the existing application.properties file. See here, some of the properties I have mentioned. Spring data MongoDB URI equal to MongoDB :// localhost 27017 admin. Okay. So the properties if I want to connect with the database, that properties I have to mention here. Okay. If I'm using JSP, then I have to mention the JSP properties. So whatever the properties required, I have to mention in application.properties file. Okay. Apart from any resource files, important resource files I have to put it here. You can create a new properties file and put it here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I am going to create one website. Website will have the website will get register number, name, department, phone number, and college. Okay. You'll get this information and it will be stored inside the database, and you can select and filter anything you can do it. Okay. So how do we insert into database? Insert or select. There are many operations out there. Using Spring Boot, how do we insert it? So there are variety of front end can be created using JSP. Front end can be created. UI front end means UI. Using JSP, Angular, React, many things can be used as a front end. So backend means the logic. Spring Boot. And database is MongoDB. Okay. Shall we display JSP page as a front end? Okay. So what are the things required to display the JSP page? To use Angular, lot of it will take much time. So I'm using the JSP page. Okay. For JSP page, I have to add dependencies. What are the things required? I need to add dependencies. Dependencies I have to add means the jar files. Okay, in form file, I have to add the dependencies. This should be included in form file, and you have to mention the properties in application.properties file. You have to mention some properties. That's it, and then you should write one program, the JSP page, JSP program. You have to write it. So I have created one Wales Spring Boot. This is the Wales Spring Boot. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one JSP page. So that JSP page should be created okay. So I'm just explaining the existing project. Then I will come to our project. Okay, so in existing, how they have used the JSP, how they have created JSP page. This is the JSP program. Student form should be created under SRC main web app webinf JSP folder. In that JSP folder, student.jsp should be created. Okay, so shall I copy this code and shall I create in our project? Please note down SRC main web app webinf JSP. So inside main web app webinf create one folder. Web JSP. In JSP, we put the JSP page. Student form. Okay. That I have already written. It accepts register number, name, department, phone number, college. Okay. So how do I show the JSP page on the browser? It's all web based. Okay, you need one URL to display the JSP page. Okay, the main page you need. For example, this is registration page. Then you have to use register like that. You have to call. The URL should looks like tp:// localhost colon 8080 dash register. This is the URL. If you hit this URL, then the JSP page should be called, and it will get the register number, name, department, phone number. Okay. For that, to invoke this URL, you have to write one controller. The controller will be written in src main Java. Okay. So here, see, this is main program, public static void main, Wales application. It has public static void main. Okay. So inside, I'm calling spring application dot run. If you use annotation at Spring Boot application, then it will be Spring Boot applications. Spring Boot application. If you are not using this annotation, then it's a normal application, Java application. So here you have to write one controller. How to create one controller? Create package dot controller. Dot controller. Okay. So inside controller, you should write one class. It may be student controller. So whatever existing, I'm just using as it is to avoid the time wastage. So inside the controller, I have written student controller. I'm just using the controller as it is. Otherwise, I'll take smaller part. Okay, I'll take one by one. First, I have to display this registration page. Okay, for that, what I'm doing, I'm using @request mapping. So inside controller, I'm going to create one student controller. Okay. The class name is the student controller. There is no need to give .java. Automatically it will take. So inside student controller, I'm just copying this method. And you have to annotate with the @controller. This class should be annotated with the @controller. All annotations. So if you use this annotation, then request and responses will be taken by this class, controller class. What's our URL? What is our URL? Register. So use this register URL in request mapping, and the file name is student form. That's correct. Okay, this is the file name. This is not a string. Actually, your return type is a string, but you have to call the file name. You have to give the file name of the JSP project, JSP page. So the JSP page is student form. That should be given here. Okay. So this is over. The program wise is over. Then you have to update the form file as well as the application.properties file. Okay. In application.properties file, you have to mention the properties. Just copy these properties. The MVC should be mentioned, prefix and suffix should be mentioned. Where the file is located. Prefix means where the file is located. And what is the extension? Suffix means what is the extension. Application.properties files is over. In form file, you have to add some Jasper dependency. Okay. In form file, you have to add uh, Jasper dependency. So I have already used in my existing project. Embedded Jasper. Dependencies means it's a jar file. You don't need to download the jar files. The dependent Maven tool will taking care of those things. Okay, if I add any dependencies here, automatically build will happen. During build, it will download the jar files and it will automatically update your project. Okay, so 3 things we have done. Dependencies we have added, application.properties we have added, and JSP program is also written. Just update and execute your application. Right click. Maven update. During update, it will check any dependencies are added newly. If it is added, it will download the jar files from internet and it will set a class path. Okay, so update is done. Then Maven clean. It will clear the existing snapshot jar files and it will ready for the new jar file. See the console, build a success. Building the snapshot version, deleting the existing one, and it is ready for the new one. Right click, run as Maven install. During Maven install, the jar file will be created. The snapshot jar files will be created. So during this time, the compilation also will be taken. It is connecting the MongoDB driver. Downloading the Apache and build success. Jar file is created, build success. Now you run your application. Run as Spring Boot app. Your Tomcat is started on port number 8080. Go to your browser and type localhost 8080. Our URL is register. Here the JSP form is ready. Now get the register number, some register number and data about the student. and try to store it in the database. So if I submit, some URL should be called, and that URL should be connected with controller. In controller, you have to take the necessary steps. Okay, so simply I'm clicking submit. It is calling save. It is calling save URL, but save logic we have not written. Okay, so we have to write the save logic. Everything is based on the uh, request and response. So during save, we have to store the data into MongoDB. So we need to write one logic. For that, you have to create a service layer, repository layer, model layer. Okay, I'm just using existing program code. In the existing one, I have used model layer as a student, repository layer, I have created one class, and service layer, I have created one class. I'm just taking as it is. Service layer, service class I'm taking. Here I am creating one, right clicking com.example.wales demo, and I'm creating one, the package. The package name is service. Inside service, I'm copying the existing service file. Okay, it is showing some error, but it needs some files, right? So that is why it is showing error. Anyway, I'll copy the other two files, the repository file as well as the model file. Okay. So I'm copying the repository file, and then I'm creating the repository folder also. If I copy, I will get some errors. So we have to remove the errors. Finally, we will do the package location should be updated. Service layer, repository layer. Inside repository layer, this is wrong actually. So we have to create from this src main. Okay, no, sorry. Already exists. I think we have to remove service layer already there, repository layer, right? Okay. So inside repository layer, I'm putting repository file, student repository. Okay. And the student, it's a model layer, in which what are the types of data are there in model layer, that will cover. I'm right clicking on the com.example.demo, and I'm creating the package. The package name is model. So 4 layers. Model layer, repository layer, service layer, and controller layer. Okay, so just open it and correct the errors. I have 2 errors in 2 files. Student, just import the students. Recently, we have added the student package. Just to import it. remove this one and add newly. Import com.example.demo. Then your error will be removed. Similarly, open student service and remove every older import packages and add newly. Student and student repository should be added newly. Add repository and add student. Okay. So in service layer, what I am doing, I am getting the request and I'm calling the repository for storing the data. See, one line statement is used to store the student data in database. The save method is an inbuilt method. It is there in student repository. That will take care to connect with the database, storing the database. There is no need to write the query, insert query. Okay. So it's all embedded. JPA, Spring JPA will take care. And the controller layer, we have not written anything. We have written only for the JSP page. Okay. So that also we have to update. The controller layer should also capable of the insert and display the document. Student controller. Two times we have written auto-wired student service. Okay, so in controller, what I'm doing, so this is already we have seen. In save method will handle this request to save the data. So what I'm doing, I'm getting the register number. From the URL, I will get the register number. The request param will take care to get the register number, and request param name will get the register name. Request param department will get the department. Request param phone number used to get the phone number. Request param college used to get the college. Then I should convert into the student object by writing new student, register number, name, department, phone number, college. Then student object will be sent to the service layer. The service layer will have the same method. We have to pass the student object. Already we have seen the service layer, service class. Inside service class, I am getting the student object and storing it. Okay, similarly, I am displaying the save data. Now you check, hit the execute the application and check whether your data is saved or not. I'm just stopping the application and I'm restarting the applications. So how do I go to run as Spring Boot app. server started. Um, register. Register number is 1234567. Student name Russo Tamilarasan. Department CSC. Mobile number 984149810. College name Wales University. Submitting. Data is saved. Okay. Shall I try to display it? So what is the URL? Display all. Okay. So the another URL is the display all. Recently added data is here. Register number. This is recent data. Okay. So the controller will get the request. Service layer will process your request, and repository layer will use to connect with the database, and it will respond the data. Okay. If you have any doubt, you just ask me. Here many participants are here with laptop, students, faculties, researchers. Anyone, if you are interested, you can share your screen and I'll tell you how to configure. Okay, then if you do it, then everybody will understand. If anyone is having good bandwidth, good laptop, download the STS through online. Spring Tool Suite, the IDE. Okay, I already shared this link. Please download and install in your machine. Then you tell me. In chat, you tell me. In chat, you tell me if it is installed. Then share your screen, and then I'll instruct you how to write the program. Okay. Then everybody will understand. If I do on my side, it's very difficult to understand, follow. Okay. So here 71 participants are here. Any one of you, if you try on your own, then it's very easy to remember, recollect. Are you trying? Please, any one of you try. Core is having good bandwidth. You just download the Spring Tool Suite, and I'll also share the MongoDB link. MongoDB server, Compass. MongoDB server. I'm trying to share the MongoDB link. Please text me any one of you whether you trying or not. Just try it. Cluster. Okay, this is the link. You can download MongoDB. Okay, community. MongoDB community. Just click and download in your machine. If nobody is interested, I will explain once again. I think any one of the faculty can share your screen and then I will instruct you. If you don't have a Spring Toolsuit IDE, you can do it through. Anyway, you need Spring Toolsuit IDE, but the project can be created through the website also. Starter Spring. Spring.starter, right? Spring start.spring.io. This is the link used to create the project through website. Also share this link. So same thing can be created through website. You have to select Maven or Gradle project. Java is a compiler, and the version 2.5.2 selected. The artifact, the name of the project, we have given Wales. Use different project. Wales University, like that you can give. So the name of the project will be changed as Wales University. Description and package name will be converted into com.example.wales University. The package jar files, and you can choose Java 1.8, Java 8. And similarly, the dependencies will be selected from here. The web dependency should be selected, used to do the Spring Web, okay, REST API, and used to connect with the server. And similarly, MongoDB also you have selected, right? in the tool, string data MongoDB, and then generate. Okay, whatever the required jar files are needed, you select it from here and generate, and your zip file will be ready. The zip file will be downloaded. So downloaded zip file can be import it in the ID. Okay, so this is the folder. You can import it in the ID. Control X and put it in some folder. Workspace. Project name is the Wales Univ. So take the IDE and import it. File, import, existing Maven project, browse, project name is the Wales University, select folder and finish. So during this step, it will download the jar files and it will prepare for the execution. Okay. So these are the ways to create a projects. Also, I'll share the code. Okay. So whatever I have created, I am sharing the code with you. 4 programs I have written: service layer, repository layer, student, and controller. I will share one by one. The controller code I am sharing with you. Can I use here? Yeah, you can use Eclipse ID also. I'm sharing the controller program. Check. Did you get all the lines? I think some of the lines missed. Still auto. Okay. Controller. You cannot give everything, right? Please tell me whether you are getting full text, full program or not. I'm able to send partial. Student controller auto. So this is one method. Second method, same method. Third method. Okay. Similarly, I will share the student object. Okay, the getter setter will be created on your own. Create it on your own. It's very simple. Okay, I'll tell you how to create a getter setter method. So this is what boilerplate code. Okay, so if I remove this, I can right click. The ID will help you to create the header getter setter method. Go to source, generate getter setter. Select all. So if you select, then automatically the data setter method will be created. Similarly, the constructor also can be created using the data setter. Go to source, a constructor using fields, generate. The constructor also created. Okay. So apart from that, student repository, it's very simple. This is the method interface. It's an interface. Student repository and service class. Two methods we have written. I have shared everything. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Students, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Faculties, if you have any doubts, please ask me. You can also try it on in your side. I'll spend another 10 to 15 minutes. You can correct your what is the difference between the API and the REST API. So REST API is handling the request and response. Okay. What is the expansion of API? Application Programming Interface, right? You can map this API in anywhere else. It's not a matter. API can be mapped to anywhere. But here, REST API means using the REST protocol. Using the REST protocol, you are creating the application programming interface. So interface means connecting two applications by calling the method. For example, two services are running in two different servers. Okay, one server is trying to call the other service. By calling the method, it is trying to get the output. So nowadays, all the applications are returning the JSON format. Okay, so whenever you need a data in the form of JSON, you are invoking the REST API. Okay, so the REST API is a concept. It's handling the request and REST request and response. Using that, you are getting the REST output, means JSON output. Okay, so the API is normal. The API term is used in everywhere. It's a normal application programming interface. You can map it in any places. It's not a matter. But here, REST API handles the request and responses. That's it. If you need any furthermore clarification, you can check it in internet, and you can get a lot of information.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir. Your presentation was really nice, sir. It was so interesting. I have a doubt, sir. For example, in Eclipse ID or some other IDE, we have to configure the database, sir. Connection string and all we have to do. But in the case of MongoDB, that is also necessary, or it will be done automatically.
That's what I said. It's very easy to establishing the connectivity between the application and MongoDB. So the first of all, we have to write the connection class dot for names and dot jdbc odbc. That is normal program. So that normal program can be replaced by the Spring Data JPA. Okay. So the IDE, the first thing is the POM file. We are adding the dependency, the connector dependency. For example, I'm connecting with the MySQL. We need MySQL connector. So now I'm connecting with the MongoDB. So MongoDB connector we need. So I'm giving as in the form of dependency. So if I open it, open the POM file,
Yeah.
I have added the dependency in the POM file. So that will take care of the connectivity. Apart from the jar file connectivity dependency,
Yeah.
we are mentioning the URL. Okay. So here we are giving the dependency, MongoDB dependency. So that is used equivalent to downloading the jar file and connecting, establishing the class path. So apart from that, I'm writing the
Because you have used many dependencies, sir, in your code.
yes. So apart from that,
Yeah.
I am using this string. Okay, this configurations. So this line is used to connect your application with the database where it is located. MongoDB // localhost. It is there in localhost, and with it uses the port number 27017. Admin is the database. Okay, so I have installed MongoDB in my system. It is there in program files.
First, we have to create an account, sir. In MongoDB, we have to create an account that should be used there.
Yeah, that they are asking to register, and then they are allowing to download the database.
Yeah.
That's not a matter. You can register and download. So this is the MongoDB database. So use admin. Show tables.
Like MySQL.
No. This is also this
Yeah.
is MongoDB.
Yeah, different. Yeah, I know, but the interface, I'm telling this.
Okay. Similar to MySQL. Interface is similar to MySQL.
MySQL, yeah.
See here, the commands are different. Show tables. There are a lot of tables are here. To display any table, you have to use db.find. db dot.
Good for-
For example, I am displaying the student table. Student. Dot find. Queries are different. Sorry.
Why, sir? Student. T.
Okay, you can able to display it.
Yeah.
It's relevant equivalent to select statement. Okay.
Okay.
For your question,
Yeah.
we always write the 5-line statement. The class dot for name driver dot
Yeah.
manager. That is equivalent to in this service class we have written one inbuilt method, the save student repository dot save.
Yeah.
That is equivalent to this method. Okay, so all those 5 lines are it running background. Okay, in background all those lines are executed. So this save method will use to save the data. This is equivalent to insert query. Okay,
Yeah.
insert into the data table name.
It's like
right?
It's similar to calling a function.
Yes. This is similar to JDBC insert. Okay, the one line is used to insert the data.
What about, sir? But here you are storing the particular record into your table, sir. What about in the case of searching query? You have to write,
Query, right?
Yeah.
So here I'm selecting I'm using select query. Okay,
Yeah.
select query. I'm able to display all the data.
Yeah.
All the data. You can also write the manual query inside the repository also. Okay.
For example, if I want to search a particular records or particular roll number or some ID number is available or not.
Yeah, you can use Hibernate query. So
Yeah.
in repository, you can write the Hibernate query. So @query is used to write the query. Okay, relevant data can be the particular data can be written. Okay, the find by name. So I have another project in that I have used.
It's okay, sir. No problem. Yeah.
No. If I have a
Yeah.
code, I'll show it to you. Okay, find by. It is used to retrieve the particular data based on the name. It will be displayed. Okay, so similarly, you can use find by register number, find by record. The record can be given in the key can be given as the parameter. Okay, so there is a inbuilt method find by name, find by register number. So whatever the field you are using, you can use find by. In front of that, you can use find by. So according to the key, you
Yeah.
can retrieve and display it. Okay.
Sir, how you are getting, sir, this name through parameter only? Normally, we
Yeah.
used
So
to
through
get in the
parameter.
form. Where it is written, sir? Here.
Yeah, you
There's
can write.
separate
See,
page. Separate page. Yeah.
you can copy and put it in our created applications, and then you can retrieve it. Okay, so this is this is the method.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to call this method from the controller. I'm just copying
Yeah.
and putting in our application. Wheels, V80, right? Sorry, wheels. So in service layer,
Yeah.
you write the
Name.
find by name. Do we have? Do we use name in student? Just to check our control model layer student register number name find by name student repository. Okay, similarly you can try it. The student service in the controller you can call the see if you want to select the particular name, a particular record,
Yeah.
you have to give the separate URL find by name. So in that find by name, you have to pass the name and then you can get the selected record. So if I stop the application, if I run this existing application, sorry, display find by name. Okay. Okay, jar files is ready. Now you run your application, run as Spring Boot app. First, I will display the data. I'm using display localhost colon 8080 display. if I want to display the record of Sean, then I have to give find by name. Again, slash name equal to Sean. Either you can give it question mark. Question mark. Okay, are you able to getting the particular record?
Yeah, good, sir. Instead of giving like this, like URL, we can then create another new page, HTML page. Through that also we can call, like
Yeah,
normal.
sure. Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, sir. One kind request, sir. Instead of sharing the code in the chat box, if you keep it in a folder and share through Drive, it would be better for all the participants.
That's not possible actually. I'm using a company laptop. I
Okay,
cannot
okay.
simply post the code anywhere.
Okay, sir. I understood. Okay.
This is the platform I can share it, but I cannot able to host, post any website.
Okay, sir. Anyway, on the whole, it was excellent, sir. Session.
Okay.
Thank you, really.
Thank you. If no more questions, then we'll drop off.
So, any more questions from the participants? Okay. So, I think with this, we have come to an end of session 1 of the third day. So, thank you, sir. On behalf of School of Computing Sciences, Vistas, I extend my sincere and heartfelt thanks to Dr. T. Russo to spare his valuable time with us. So he started the session with a poem that describes how to write a program in an efficient way. After that, he explained the features of Java 1.8, and he has given hands-on training in Spring Boot Mango DB implementation. So thank you very much, sir. I think the participants are very much benefited with your hands-on training. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, madam.
So with this, the first session is over. The second session starts at 2 p.m. So in the second session, we have Dr. T. Velmurugan as a chief guest.
Thank you once again, madam. Thank you once again. I would like to thank the management of Wales University for providing the wonderful opportunity to take this lecture. Thank you, Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Director, Deans, HODs, faculties, and research scholar students. Thank you so much. I'm leaving.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all participants. Join back for the second session at 2 p.m. Thank you. Thank you all.